We're the Grand Dames. We are 4 grandma gamers who love gaming and tea parties. But we bet that you're wondering just who we are. Well, this is who we are.
My name is Dame Britta.
My name is Dame Jessa.
My name is Dame Merrie.
My name is Dame Shirley.
This is who I am. I think I can hear the collective groan going up. Memory cards.
This is who I am. Whew, my little babushka scarf.
This is who I am.
Hey! Child!
This is what they did to me.
And this is who I am.
I don't really have anywhere to walk today, and I want to apologize for my hair. It's all wonky.
This is what I love.
So this is pretty much the beginning of Giraffe and Annika. And you can see straight away how lovely it looks.
This is what I love.
We'll continue to share with you all of what we've learned about playing Skyrim together. And okay, well,
This is what I love.
Oh, look at this poor little Skaggedy.
He looks kind of sick.
He looks.
He's on the struggle bus this morning.
Yeah. He needs some coffee.
So well.
He's like, I only got like 3 hours of sleep left.
I know.
This is what I love. Good morning, grandkids. We're back with Jandar, and he got the final boneyard keeper.
This is where I live.
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 We are the Grand Dames and we play games.
We are the Grand Dames. And we play games.
We are the Grand Dames, and we play games.
We are the Grand Dames, and we play games.
Come and
Join
us.
And there you have it. We're the Grand Dames, and we play games. Every month, we live stream here on youtube.com/The Grand Dames, the first Saturday of every month at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And we invite you to join us. Bring your comfy blanket and your teacup, and we'll see you then. Oh, and thanks, as always, for watching.
Woo!
Hey there, everyone. It's me, it's Jessa, and I screwed up. I changed the scene before the end of the trailer. So we have to go back, and I'm just going to take it back to the end so you guys can see I left right before the funny part. Okay, so hold on. Because I have to mess up the stream at the beginning of the stream every time, or it's like a tradition. So I'm going to take you back to that video, and I'm going to take you back to the end so you guys can see the fun. You guys want to see the funny part? Okay, I hope so. Here we go. Hey there. We're the Grand Dames. We are 4 grandma gamers. Your comfy blanket and your teacup, and we'll see you then. Oh, and thanks, as always, for watching.
Woo! It's really, really rainy out here and really, really cold. And my fingers are turning blue. It's cold. It's really cold.
Hey, you guys, I'm a professional. And yeah, you guys like how professional I am? Every single month. You know what we're gonna do? Hey, Cammy, can you guys, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a compilation of how many times, like how many times I screw up at the beginning of the live stream. Let's get a screw up, Dame Jessa screws up compilation going, okay? Okay, let me get the music going. All right, so music is should be a little bit more muted there. Okay, thank you. You want a whole Twitch stream? No game sound at all? Yeah, been there, done that. Can tell you what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. So, hey you guys, I am Dame Jessa, and we are live today, and I am, as always, going to welcome you and let you know that you can join us right there on Patreon. Bring it on! We got a new patron coming in today, and so welcome, new patron. Music should be nice and backgroundy now. Sorry about that. And every night before stream, I do so many things to try and make sure that everything runs smoothly. And every stream day, I screw something up. So I can't see my fellow dames' faces right now, but if I could, they'd probably just be sitting there going, yeah. So I have some announcements to do before we go on into the dames. We have so many cool things to show you this month, and I have been chomping at the bit to show you, and to prove to you that the dames are actually here. I'm just going to switch over so you guys can see them, like see that they actually exist as human beings. See? They're here. They're here. They're just waiting for me to show everything so that we can get to the goodness of it. Look at Merrie. Merrie is in Texas right now, so she wanted to represent Texas with that hat. She's plus Merrie and her hats. One of the things I wanted to show you guys is, as we get started on things, is we have a lot to announce. The first thing you just saw, that is the culmination of about 6 weeks of work here at the Dames in our little elf workshop where we had little elves, and our big, our first little elf I want to tell you about is named Camilla. Camilla, are you in chat? If you are, say hello, because I don't know your YouTube name, Camilla. So the Dames, because of you see that right there? Has hired an editor. Camilla is somewhere around, I don't know, But hopefully, let me know if she pops up. But Camilla is our editor. Camilla is not only an amazing editor and a wonderful person to work with. I have a picture of her that I'm going to show you. And the other dames might, well, Dame Merrie can't be in chat right now because she's traveling, but Dame Britta might be watching chat right now. So I'm going to show you guys, first of all, a picture of our new editor. Wait till you guys see her. Look at the, okay, so hold on, you guys, just check this out. I just got to get you like maximum awesome. Look how awesome she is. Hold on. Here we go. Can you guys see that? Let's make sure. Can you go? Can you see that? There we go. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my gosh. I mean, we appreciate her so much. She is an utter cutie. She is absolutely lovely. And she's as lovely on the inside as she is on the outside. And she is and by the way, if for all of you guys who are now wondering if she's single, the answer is she is not. One moment, please. That's actually her that just messaged me, so I apologize for the typing. So the next thing I wanted to show you is what Camilla has done as far as animation is concerned. Camilla is not only just an editor, she has also done all of our animation. And I also have a strong suspicion that at least one of the dames is currently napping, waiting for me to be done with this, because we're all very tired. So I am going to put on screen now, the next piece of joyful news I wanted to show you, and that is the new animations for the Grand Dames. Those are 3 examples of the animations that she has done. There are different ones for Patreon, for YouTube, and she not only did those animations, but she also drew them. That teapot, she drew it. That teacup, she drew it. That steam, she drew it. She's amazing. Yep. And then the next thing I wanted to show you is the final piece de resistance. And for that, Merrie, I'm going to go to single cam here for you, Merrie. Merrie, could you, Pumpkin, show us your teacup? Let me put it up just now. Single cam. There we go. Oh my God! What is that? What is that? Merrie, you can unmute. Look at that. Look at that.
Isn't it cute? It literally was outside the door in a box right before we went live. It's adorable and it's a nice size. I love it.
Oh my God. Okay, so Merrie, you can mute yourself again because I'm going to switch over to show you. Merrie is the only one who got her mug in time. The rest of our mugs are in some airport somewhere. Okay, you guys. So here you go. Artwork by Reka. Reka, could you say hi in chat? Reka, bring it on. And Reka, I totally forgot. Oh, let me do this really quickly. So, mod team, I'm gonna slap Reka's stuff in here, her contacts, because she has a new Twitter, and it is twitter.com Yana Barla, and I'm gonna put that into the mod team area here, and then she's also on Instagram at Yana Barla, and I hope I'm saying her. I think it's Wyana. Maybe it's Wyana. I know she told me how to pronounce it, and I totally forgot. Anyway, so the mod team is going to be putting in links for her. But you can see there are our mugs. So where you can get yours, we have entered into a partnership with Karen Oki. Sorry, Karen. I know she's in chat. I saw her. Karen, hands up. And Karen, you can head on over to oki.com and get your mug. Karen, I don't know if you got my email in time, but if there's not yet a page up for our mug, there will be soon. This all kind of happened last minute. And I forgot to tell the dames about this, but yes, we are going with Oki, and I'll tell you guys all about it later. So, that's it. That is it. So, Reka, there she is. So there she is, Reka, right there. Thank you, Reka. Thank you for the art. Thank you for being there for the Grand Dames. And by the way, when you get your mug, each of the dames is holding a little mug. And if you want to know why Dame Merrie is wearing a chicken hat, well, then you should have been here at last month's live stream. That's all I can say, okay? So now let's bring on the Grand Dames. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to unmute Shirley so that she can say hello. And here we are. So, hi, ladies.
Hi. And hi to everybody in the chat. I know so many of you
Hi.
in there.
I guess I
So-
should say howdy.
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 At the moment. Howdy. Howdy from Texas.
So yeah, Merrie, by the way, you might be wondering why she's holding her ear. It's not because she suddenly became deaf on her left side or whatever.
They're falling down.
In order to keep her hat on, to put her hat on, she has to hold her earphones because they're behind her head.
Yeah. They're behind.
Yeah, look at that.
So
All right,
yeah.
you guys. So, whew, I barely slept last night. We are all very tired for variety of different reasons. They're tired because they're old farts, and I'm tired because I was too excited. You guys, the dames, we are sisters. We really. So there's a lot that we're going to be talking about today, and I did throw the other dames under the bus. I did. It won't be the last time. All right, you guys. So let's take a moment and have a swig of tea. And I'm jealous that Merrie gets to have hers in our
I
teacup.
got my mug.
I'm so mad. I wanted mine. My husband even ran to the post office, did an extra trip in hopes that mine would show up today.
Yeah.
No.
I thought I'd be the only one without one because it wasn't in earlier, but yay for FedEx.
I needed that. Okay, you guys, let's start out as always. This section of the live stream is about what we have been playing. Because we're grandma gamers and we play games. So I will ask whoever feels like starting out to let us know what you've been playing. Shirley has been actually working on a character.
Yes, I have. Because when I'm finished with 2 that I'm playing right now, I'm going to start a really long series, almost like my first one I ever did. And I'm going to do one whole quest line, only I'm going to do it with a twist. because it's been done so many times by everyone. So I'm going to make it different.
Are you going
I'm
to
not-
share which
I'm not
quest line?
telling. I'm not telling.
She was already on top of that. She was like, I know that our Jessa, who's like the investigative reporter, is going to be like, well, tell us. And I'm going to be like, no.
I just thought I'd whet your appetite.
And I don't even know either, although you can be sure that I might call her later and try and squeeze it out of her. But yeah, so Shirley has been creating a new character in Skyrim. Can you tell us anything about the character? I mean, you have, like, how do you even come up with characters? Or do you just come like an idea in your head, and can you give us like a little hint about the character?
Well, he's supposed to be good, but he's got this bit of evil in him, and he tries to suppress it a lot. But who knows? By the end, it might totally take him over.
Interesting. Okay, well, we do know that it is a male character.
Mm-hmm.
But we managed to get her to slip that juicy piece of information. Do you have the picture of the character in your head? Do you know what the character looks like?
Oh, I've already made him. Yeah, I know what he looks like.
So can you draw him? I mean, do you know how to draw? I know that
No.
you know how to do art.
I have a picture of him on my computer, but I can't show you.
Okay. Well, you can't show me, of course. But I was wondering, because we have so many artists, that I was wondering if you've ever had any of your characters commissioned for artwork. Like, had an artist do... No?
No. The only pictures I've seen, other than in my game, of my characters is when the modders that's doing my character made my character's house, and they put pictures on the walls here and there from some of my past characters. I thought that was a pretty cool idea that they did.
I just thought it could be, that's a wonderful idea. And I thought it would be really cool if you had an artist who did all of your characters that you've ever done, and then you surrounded by all your characters that you've ever done. That could be really cool.
I don't know where I would surround myself. See that blank wall behind me?
Yeah.
I've got pictures already matted and some framed, and some that's going to go on that big white wall someday. And when that's done, I don't have any more room.
I mean, not to be like rude to your children, but I kind of thought that wall was going to be a gigantic 3-foot by 5-foot picture of me back there.
No, I'm sorry. That didn't happen.
That hurt. I'm just going to be honest. That hurt. That was painful.
You're so funny.
No, you guys notice how she didn't even pause? Like she was all like, no.
She noped you big time.
Okay, well, will you put one like at least put like a nice picture of me, like in the bedroom maybe, or like put it like over
in
your
the
mirror.
bedroom.
And put it in. I don't want to say this, but you may want to put it right in the bathroom. That's probably the best place to put it.
You're so funny.
Anyway, yeah, on her right, Frosty, on her nightstand. So when she wakes up in the morning, she'd be like, let's see, what do I have to do today? Whoa, Jessa! Good morning. So anyway, anybody else want to jump in with what you've been playing this week? This month?
I'll let Britta go first.
Yep, I've got a slight video lag, so if you...
Are you getting that delay again, Britta? Are you still having trouble with delay? Oh, look at that. Let me zoom in on you, Britta.
Yes, and I don't know.
She's playing Bravely Default 2, is what it looks like. Bravely Default 2.
Yes, and that is my new gaming love.
Mm-hmm. So, Britta, I just wanted to ask, do you have the live stream
just
open?
have to see if I...
Do you have the live stream open in a tab somewhere? Because if you do, go ahead and mute that live stream.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to do some troubleshooting on that this month, Britta, to figure out why you're getting that delay.
Except I can't hear myself. Okay.
Oh, I see. So you know what? Then go ahead and...
Okay.
Yeah,
no,
you got it?
I think... No. Sorry.
No worries, Britta. So while you're working on that, let's go over to Merrie. Heidi ho, cowboy. Well, cowgirl. Sorry about that.
No worries. Well, because I'm traveling, my game is, of course, Animal Crossing on the Switch and Homescape on the iPad. So I have my trusty little iPad, and I have, it's just those match the fruit games, and then level up and all that stuff. It's kind of a fun little, you don't have to think a lot about it, just swipe and match and stuff. But other than that, I do the Animal Crossing every day on the Switch.
How's your village? How's your Animal Crossing village going?
Pretty good. I got a lot of blue roses, and they actually started, and with the new update, they're selling things that are Mario related. So you can get a Mario outfit, you can buy the blocks and the coins and the stars and the mushrooms and decorate it to look like Mario World.
Will you show us some? Will you post some pictures of your Animal Crossing neighborhood in Discord?
Yes, it's a mess. It's a mess, though. Yeah, you'll have to wait till I get back because I cannot access Discord right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know that. I know that.
But I could throw some up on my Twitter. I could do that.
Oh, please do. Yeah, and then at me on Twitter so I can see your because I want to see your hood.
Okay.
And then I'll tweet it out on the Dames account.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay,
so that's about it. Nothing real exciting.
I don't know. Gaming itself is exciting. I mean, think about this, Merrie. You're traveling, talking to 3 other people who are all around the world, and playing. You could whip up and play a game. I mean it's a long way from Pong.
It really is. It really is. They've made some really great the small travel consoles that you can just take with you wherever. Just slip it in your purse and off you go.
Do you know that you can get a nice flat screen 17-inch monitor that has a stand that is meant for traveling? It comes with a case, and you just open it up and unfold it. Like I saw a picture of this guy set up in a hotel room with he was gaming, and he had a controller and everything.
Yeah.
Just like a traveling.
It doesn't surprise me because back, when the GameCube was popular and I was playing Animal Crossing on the GameCube, they actually made a thing that fit right on top of the GameCube, and it was a flip-up screen. And I had it in the car with the cigarette lighter for power and the flip-up screen and the controller, and I literally was playing Animal Crossing all the way down to Florida when we were traveling. This is like a long time ago, until I literally made myself. Well, I was a passenger. It's so long ago. It was back when I was married. But it was the coolest thing. And then I played so much, I actually made myself car sick, and I never get car sick. But I
was just gonna ask, why didn't you get car sick?
I did that one time. It was really weird because I don't normally, but I think it was the screen and the way it looked on the screen, because it's not like a screen today. It was, different, but that was almost a game changer. I mean, that you could take your little console with the flip up screen, and I still have all of it. I still have all of that I could hook back up and still use. So I think that's pretty cool.
That's a good question for us as we're talking for grandma gamers, talking about games here. So do you guys still have do you have gaming memorabilia? Like game stuff that you've kept for years in a closet somewhere? Or
Yes.
or even on display in a bookcase? Like what do you guys have?
I think my furthest one back might be like a Sega Genesis. That was my kids. And I know I have a Nintendo 64, which was before the GameCube. I didn't keep the Pong one, unfortunately. I wished I had, but
Yeah.
But other than that, I have kept them all. I have too many of these consoles that aren't being played, and they're just kind of they're just there. But they all work. They're not broken.
I saw an article in a gaming magazine that talked about how people can make some pretty, I'm so jealous of that mug. God. Oh, can't wait for mine. It makes me, look, I'm going to take the chat off so she can look at that. Look at that, you guys. By the way, the mugs are priced at $12 each, plus shipping. And shipping for and
Doing
shipping.
my best man of white.
Karen can ship all around the world, first class. And shipping in America is about $9. And outside of the country, it gets spendy. I warn you. If you want a mug from Oki, you can get one. But the shipping for to England, she gave me different price range, different costs. They're all about $25 basically, is on average, between $23 and $28 to have it shipped. And Karen ships it. She ships it in a mug, that is in a box that is proven to keep your mug safe to get there. I mean, there's no guarantee it's a mug, but she is not a new hand at shipping. In other words, she knows what she's talking about. So Karen, who's in chat right now, Karen, hands up again. I don't know if I did see you come in earlier. Yeah, so that is the partnership that we currently have going on. However, Merrie is the Grand Dame's Vanna White.
Yeah, that's what she looked like.
Exactly. Right there.
Somebody's going to hire her for an ad.
We're going to absolutely
doubt that.
We're going to absolutely be clipping that and using that when we do an ad for our mugs. I'm definitely.
That's cool.
Camilla is going to be clipping that and making that into a nice little montage, a little mug montage. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so shipping and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, head to oki.com and if the mug is not up yet, I don't know if Karen was able to get it up in time. It will be, yes, mug boxes. Yes, Karen is there. So she says mug boxes is what the mug will ship in. And Karen, did you get a chance to put up a page on the website yet? If she didn't, it will be up soon. So if you don't see it there, then just send her a quick message and she will let you know. But I want to see you guys' mugs out in the wild. When you get your mug, tweet us at the Grand Dames because we want to see them. So anyway, Britta, you were going to say in regards to gaming memorabilia, what do you have for us?
Yeah, I don't go that far back, of course. And I'm sorry, I need to...
I wish I knew what was causing you the problem. You know what you could try if you... what you could...
Yeah.
Do you have I'm sorry, you guys. Let's just take a quick minute.
I've tried both ways, and
So basically, I think the best way to do this is to close down the stream completely and just have up that window just have up OBS Ninja and close everything else.
yeah.
And that
okay.
and that means you won't be able to hear yourself, but you don't really want. I don't think it's a good idea for you to hear yourself. So just close out your stream completely.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Is that
Okay.
better?
It is actually, yes, a lot better. I can't follow the chat easily, but anyway, I don't have a lot of memorabilia going back as far as like Merrie does really old consoles, because I haven't been gaming that long. My oldest ones would probably be the little Nintendo handheld, like the DS Lite and the DSi XL would be the oldest ones I have. But of course, I collect a lot of stuff, which is why I do unboxings on my channel. And I, of course, have slightly older games that I still play. And I just wanted to go back in history a bit and show you the very first game that started off the Bravely Default series, which is now, of course, a big thing on the Nintendo Switch. As I showed you just before, I've got the Bravely Default 2, which is a new game which has only just come out. And it all started out with a Final Fantasy spin-off game called, I think, yes, the Four Heroes of Light. And that's an old game that goes back to 2010. And the basic setup is still the same. You've got four young people who come together to fight, a great evil or injustice in the world, like the Dark Lord, yes. So there's nothing too original there. But the important thing is that at the time already, the very distinctive graphics style, the aesthetics of the game, were established, and they've kept that to this day. They've simply modernized and refined it a bit. And they went on to publish the first Bravely Default game in 2013-14. It came out in the West. And against all expectations, that was a pretty big success. Square Enix, the publisher at the time, hesitated to bring it west, but there was a lot of lobbying from fans. And when it did come over, it had a very good reception. So they went on, and in 2016, they gave us a sequel, Bravely Second End Layer. And that really sort of established the franchise, you could say, and they've built on that. And I just want to show you memorabilia, my little figurine. Can you see it? Of the, I'm just holding it up to the camera. And she is called Agnès Oblige, so a French name. And she is the female protagonist in the first game, Bravely Default. So, yeah, she's lovely and, looks beautiful. So just a little figurine. So that's a bit of background on what I'll be playing this coming month, and that's Bravely Default 2. So everybody who loves JRPGs and has a Nintendo Switch is very excited about it. So that's my gaming news.
Thank you, Britta. And Britta, just a quick thing. I forgot to let you know that you can open the stream back up again. And then
will do.
For the chat, just click on the chat. Over the chat, there are 3 dots at the top. Click those 3 dots and then click Pop Out Chat. That will open it up into another tab.
Sure.
Yeah. And then you can close the live stream down again and still be able to see chat. That's what Shirley has on her screen, is she has chat popped
okay.
out.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
I'll do that. Thank you. Yep.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, so yeah, what are we playing? Okay, well, here's what I'm playing. I am playing, modding Skyrim, the game. In other words, I'm not actually playing Skyrim. I'm playing modding Skyrim, which is boring and tedious and annoying. And actually, I'm going to show you I'm using Vortex this time around, and I know that you mod purists will say, you're using Vortex? You should be using Mod Organizer too. That's the only thing for true modders. And I'm just going to say that Grandma's tired and I didn't have any time to be messing with that, and I can't be bothered. So that's basically the long and short of it. But here is my modded Skyrim that I'm working on right now. And I even have them nicely categorized. Look at that. Look at all that. Look how cool. Oh, let me lower this chat so you guys can see the whole thing. Look at that. I'm actually kind of impressed. So I've been working on this for the last 2 weeks. You know, between working with Cammie, I've been modding Skyrim because this is the last time, mark my words, that I'm going to bother with modding Skyrim. So I made like a kind of base mod set, like a mods that I want to have in every character, no matter what. And then I have, that's what this is here. And then I have these character ones here that are, you know, and then I have like character thief. This is for I would only load this mod in for my thief character, who I am, like Shirley, coming up with a character concept. Once I'm done modding this in 2022, God. Anyway, but once I'm done modding this in the next couple of weeks, I'll finally put up a new roleplay focused Skyrim playthrough on the channel. So the channel has been kind of running in the background, basically, while I was focused hard on the dames and you know, running 2 channels, which is actually not been a problem at all. But right now, Lord of the Rings War in the North is currently going up every Friday. And then I've also been doing some vlogs. And I wanted to say that you guys have been really responding positively to the vlogs. And what I do is I take you to a location nearby, because I live in a really beautiful area. So sometimes I'll take you to the ocean. Sometimes I'll take you to the forest. Sometimes I'll just take you right outdoor to our garden, which I did last time in our little patio. And then we have tea, and I give you my thoughts on things, and and what I do is I just sort of pretend that you are right there, just outside the camera frame, and I have my teacup, and you have your teacup, and I'll turn and talk to you from time to time, and, you know, tell you, you know, what's going on in my life. But also the last time I talked about allowing for miracles. So a lot of you guys have been telling me that you really like those vlogs. And if the mod team can put the allowing for miracles link in, that'd be wonderful. But Jats is saying that she loves the vlogs, that they're very helpful and friendly. Guppy's saying Jess's vlogs are so calming. Yeah, thank you, Guppy. By the way, Guppy, I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the after party. Today, we are having, as always, a hangout with us after party. If you are a patron at patreon.com/The Grand Dames, you can join us, and you can see Camilla, because she's going to be there too. I'm so excited. But it might be a short after party, at least for some of us, because all of us are tired. However, we love hanging out with you guys. I know Shirley particularly really loves just hanging out with you guys. And the after party is not a private Q&A. It's not a time to come and ask us a bunch of questions. By the time we get to the after party, we just want to sit back and watch you guys. We want you to tell us what you've been doing, to show us, like, yeah, exactly. Like Guppy showed us his turtle. Tell us what you've been gaming. So if you've ever wanted to share with, yeah, exactly. Ethereal saying, short or not, an after party is better than none. Like Ethereal comes to every after party, by the way, Ethereal Dragon. And so, by the way, Ethereal Dragon created pictures of us, of me, Shirley, and our mug in Legos, you guys. Legos.
It's amazing. Amazing.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Amazing. That's some of the craziest fan art we've gotten yet. And oh man, Ethereal recreated the dames in Legos. By the way, Ethereal, if you recreate all of us, like all 4 of us, and make it, like one image, we can put that on a mug. You want to be our next mug artist? So anyway, but yeah, we will be doing more merch as well. Before we go on to Grandma's Table section now, we'll be doing more merch, and all of our merch is going to be done by our community, like Reka did. If our community creates some wonderful fan art for us and we like it, we'll put it on mugs, t-shirts, posters. Our channel needs to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're doing very well after only, I think this is our 4th month, and we're at 5,000 already, so it won't take us long to get there. But once we're at 10,000 subscribers, we'll have a store that is hooked in to YouTube, so you can either buy our merch through the store, or you'll also still be able to buy it from Karen Oki at oki.com. So, but anyway, yeah, cardigans. You want our faces on cardigans? That's pretty. I'm not sure. Like, what merch do you guys want to see the most? Like, what merch would you buy? Like, I have to admit that I have considered putting our logo on like some adult diapers. They're all in the background. You guys can't hear them right now because it's just on me, but they were just like, oh my God, I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. It's a joke. But we have so many jokes about how we have tiny bladders that I feel like, oh my God, Jess, I can't.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Maybe we shouldn't clip that. Maybe we should just let that fade into history. I just said that. But who else would ever do socks? Karen said socks. That would be cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'd love to look down and see our little teacup on a pair of socks. That would be cool.
On a pair of socks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd wear them.
Yeah, I'd wear that too. And I would pay Merrie money to put her foot up on in the camera.
Yeah.
And show it off like she did the mug.
Like her foot. And like she's like this with her foot like all up in the air.
What, like this? No, I can't reach that far.
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say is that can you actually like, I don't know about you, but I can't get my foot up into the camera. I can't bend like that anymore. It'd be all I could do.
Well, I can't bend. I'd have to push the chair back, and maybe.
And then I'd be like, can you guys actually give us a little bit more Patreon money? Because the dames need a chiropractor.
Yeah, we threw our back out trying to put our foot in the camera.
So then our next merch would be like custom made canes. So, oh God.
Wizard canes would be cool.
Wizard canes, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you say that again? What would
Wizard
be cool?
canes, she said.
Canes. Oh yeah, custom made canes.
Canes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and custom made
wizard
yes.
canes.
Oh, wizard canes. Ooh, that would be cool too. You know what we need though? We need to have like little hearing aids with like a tiny little dame's logo on it, because my hearing's going. So we would just have like a complete. Hey Garrett, by the way, Garrett Baxley, I see you in chat, and you I sent you an email. I want you to. This is important. Garrett Baxley, I sent you an email, so please check your email. You were not banned from the Dames Discord. It's all on the email there. So check it out. There is an invite for you to come back in, and I'll talk to you more about that later, okay? Anyway, so, what did I want to say? Am I a goof today? You know what? That's what 4 hours of sleep will do to you, Anna.
Jessa?
Yes.
Can I say something?
You can always say something.
Angie in chat said a little teacup charm for a necklace or a bracelet would be cute. I think that sounds cute too.
Hey, Karen, could you make that for us? Karen's in chat right now. Karen, could you actually do something like that? Like a little... Karen does print on demand. Oki does print on demand. It also does she does wood prints. She has lots of different things. So but I would love to have the Dame's teacup on a little charm that you could either put on a bracelet or a necklace.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Guppy
awesome.
said he'd buy one. I'd buy one.
That would be super. She can do laser jewelry and engraving, you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Karen, she can do it. You guys, Karen can do it. So I will get started with her on that and see if we can have something ready for next month's live stream. That would be amazing. Can you make a mug that looks just like your logo? That's actually a really good question, Banjo Guy. I actually would love to have an artist, like a ceramic potter, who could actually throw a mug or create a mug that looks exactly like our logo. I would actually really like that. So
I would want the charm to look like our logo cup.
Awesome. And we also had a sale. Somebody bought a mug already. Angie bought a mug. Thank you so much for that sale, Angie. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. I try not to ever speak for the dames. I try not to say we, speaking for all of us. I always try to say I, but I can tell you this one I'm certain of. We appreciate that. So, yeah. So anyway, we're going to go on into Grandma's Table. And one of the things that you guys can look forward to in the next months is having a nice animated screen that comes up now that shows 4 chairs scooting into a table, a teapot being poured into 4 teacups, and then words that come out of the steam that say Grandma's Table. We're going to see if we can make that idea work. And we'll have different scenes for the sections of our live streams. Our live streams are always 3 parts long. After the introduction that I do, we do What Are We Playing? We do Grandma's Table, and then we do Q&A. So anyway, and Karen, just keep in mind you want to not put people's full names in chat. So it's a good idea to just put a cup was sold without giving their name. We want to respect people's privacy. Oh, Camilla's in chat. Camilla. So Camilla Marinko is in chat right now, the wonderful, gorgeous editor, and no, it's okay, Karen. It's just something you learn quickly online. Privacy is super, super important. And Ahmad took care of it, so it's fine. Hi, Camilla. So anyway, we're gonna move on to the Grandma's Table section now, and let's just, as Shirley gave me a good idea, let's just take a tea break here for a minute before we move on to the next section. I am drinking tea with, actually, what are you guys drinking? I won't say what I'm drinking. What are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking water.
I'm drinking
a teacup?
it's a ginger honey crystal.
Hold on, let me put you full cam.
That's
One moment, please. Yeah, what was that?
It's a ginger honey crystal, and my I have a stepmother that's Korean, and she introduced me to it a few years ago, and it's actually pretty good. Feels good on the throat, and you just mix it with water, and it's crystallized. So that is what I'm having today.
Awesome. And I'm going to have you move so that you are more to the right of the frame, like you're kind of showing up behind the chat, the other way actually. The other right. There you go. Just a little bit more. So that you're not showing up behind chat. There, that's perfect.
Okay.
So and what are you guys drinking in chat? You guys are already telling us what you're drinking. So Ronan is drinking some hibiscus tea. No, that ginger tea. No, Ronan loves ginger tea. Emma is drinking some hibiscus tea. You know, another thing I would like, you guys, is merch wise is a special Grand Dame's tea blend with like 4 different tea herbs put together that represent the 4 of us, or maybe something like that, or maybe each of us has a separate blend. That would be really cool. That'd be so awesome. And I'm kind of dreaming over here. Seaver just completed a double hot chocolate. A double chocolate hot chocolate. Anyway. You guys can tell that we're gonna have like all this merch because I have so many ideas. And we have people, wonderful Reka, who can create artwork for us. Karen, who can create product for us. Karen can't do tea. She's like, sorry, I'm out on the tea. Oh, do you guys think we should have skooma tea for the Grand Dames?
I've got some skooma tea. Somebody sent it to me in a little burlap bag and it says skooma on the outside, but actually it's got green tea inside.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. A Grand Dame's tea. Oh gosh, I have so many ideas. Anyway, so let's move on to Grandma's Table. So for this section, I am the idea, what we're going to do here for Grandma's Table, welcome to Grandma's Table, this is when we talk about our life experiences. And this has been an incredibly popular part of our live streams. People have said in many ways that they love how we are sharing our life experiences. And as we say every month, we're not gurus. We're just people, but we've lived enough lifetimes between the 4 of us that we have some experience. Last month, I told people just in the process of talking that I had dropped out of college, and that had made me feel like a failure in comparison to my brother, who graduated from Yale, Harvard, and is now going to get his PhD in astrophysics, and my mother, who is also working on her PhD. So, and that touched a lot of people. And so we wanted to talk this month about our own places where we feel like we have turned failure into success. Places where we thought, oh gosh, we couldn't do this. Or maybe places where maybe how we have accepted what we're not good at, but have learned how to love and appreciate what we are good at. And maybe things that we would do differently if we could go back. So does anyone want to start with that? Or do you guys want me to start on this one? Because I kind of have an idea already. Shirley wants to start on that one? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd have anything to say.
I thought you wouldn't, so I'm surprised.
Well, I grew up always wanting to be a writer. And I even, in college, took some classes about writing. And I have no patience. And you have to write a lot about everything. You have to write listening to people talk and write. Like you learn how to write dialogue. You learn how to write descriptive phrases and so on. Well, I would start trying to write a story, and pretty soon I would just get so tired of writing that I'd quit for days. So it never went anywhere. But I still always wanted to be a writer. So that was a failure. So what I did was turn the writing into storytelling. And now I feel like that's a success on YouTube. And that satisfies my craving for telling stories. Instead of writing them, I tell them.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's basically what I was thinking about. How we and maybe how our YouTube channels have helped us see our past quote unquote failures in new ways. Does anyone else want to share?
I'll throw in. I don't know how much to say, but you brought up in our pre-thing, we were talking about I'll say the diet part. And that's probably been one of my nemesis things, is going through your whole life, feeling like you're overweight, you have to diet, and you're making the New Year's resolutions or the things, I'm going to diet, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to lose weight. And it becomes this big, huge focus. And, occasionally we're successful and we lose, the amount of weight you want, or I'm at my ideal weight, and then you can't hold it or maintain it. And then you feel like a failure. And then you feel like you're on this constant up, down, and then you just beat yourself up about it. And I have a family member, and I'm not going to say which one, but she has all her life berated herself and called herself names because she can't lose weight and lose the amount that she thinks is acceptable, or whatever in her past people told her that she should weigh. And she considers herself such a failure, and it's like, I don't want to be like that. And so I had a while back just decided that I'm accepting myself as I am, and not that I'm giving up, because you don't ever give up. Never. And you keep trying, but you don't look at it as a failure. It's well, today didn't go so good. We'll try tomorrow. And I found that when I don't focus on it and I don't worry about it and I don't make it a thing, and I just, you eat and you do what you normally do, I've hit this set point where it's not up. It might go down a little, but it's at the same place. And I'm okay with that. I'm content. And I'm going to consider that a personal success, because maybe not for the weight part, but for the mental part of, I don't care what they think, you think, whatever and I don't really, I care about my health, and that's the important thing, but the number on the scale, I don't care, I'm not going to make it negative about myself. I'm still not giving up. We're still going forward. And if one day it happens, great. If not, as long as I'm healthy, great.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I just have to sit and just let that sink in. There comes a time in every part of our live streams, I don't know if you dames feel the same, where you just start to feel I start to feel relaxed. Even though we're tired, we come into the live stream, I'm booking it, I'm working things out. When we get to this part where we're just four of us sitting here talking with our community, there's something really special, and I feel it every single month. I don't know if you guys have the same feeling, but I sure do. Yeah. Britta, it looks like you want to hop in and share at this point.
Yes, I do. I'll just do my rejiggling again. And here I am. What Merrie was just talking about triggered something in my mind. And I want to share with you, I've just been reading and finishing a book. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, we can see that.
The title. Yeah, it's called The Midnight Library, and I believe it's been a bestseller. I don't know. I don't usually buy and read big bestsellers. It's quite unusual for me, but I thought I'd give this one a go, and I was really pleasantly surprised. And it's a story of a young woman who is so weighed down by regrets of what decisions she's taken or what decisions she never took in her life. So she's come sort of to a complete cul-de-sac in her life. And it's told in a very engaging manner, which as a fiction, which makes it, I think, much more powerful. And she has to sort of relive her regrets and enter into new lives and try out all the different options she never took in her life. And through that experience, she comes out at the end that she can literally throw off her regrets like old baggage, you know? And it just frees her up tremendously. And I was just thinking that is something, this issue of having constant regrets of, oh, I should have done this, or why didn't I do that? And it's always this wish that remains unfulfilled. It's something that can almost paralyze us in life, that we just don't try anything anymore. We don't go anywhere. We just sit there thinking, oh, I wish I hadn't done this, or, well, what might have happened if I'd done it differently? And I guess I've been lucky in my life. I think it's time for this segment that I put on my pink hat, because this is pink hat time, I think. I've had so many failures in my life. Some I don't even remember anymore, but there's just a huge mountain of them. And I don't know, maybe I've just been lucky, or maybe it's just the way I look at things. But just as an example, as a young girl, I really loved playing the piano, and it took me ages to convince my parents to get me a piano, and then I practiced conscientiously, and I thought this was going to be the big thing in my life. And it turned out that while I love music and I loved playing, I was only average at it. And I had to come to terms with that. And I suppose when you're young, that's quite a big step to take, you know, to go through that process. But I was lucky, and I sort of always kept my eye open for what else might be happening, or whatever else presented itself. And I got a scholarship from the American Field Service, the AFS, to go to the United States as an exchange student for 1 year. And that happened right at that time. So suddenly I was thrown into this whirlwind of activity and a new life, and my horizons just opened out tremendously. And when you're like 16, I think that's just a great thing to happen, because it teaches you that there's so much there that you can do and experience, and just not to be frightened. And I think I just went from there. I had one disappointment after another, like the degree I studied for years and finally got. When it got to the stage of trying to find a job, I couldn't, because most of you won't know or remember this, but the late 1970s were a period of severe employment downturn, and a lot of people, especially in the people who'd been academically trained, like through a university degree, there were too many of us. You know, they'd overproduced people with degrees, and we couldn't find work. So I had to completely turn around and say, okay, what am I doing now with my life? And I packed a bag and I went to the United Kingdom. And I thought, right, let's start afresh. Let's have a look. And new opportunities presented themselves and I took them. And okay, I had to start at the bottom and took on a job as an ordinary secretary in an electronics company. And I worked my way up and, ended up as a company director. So there's all I want to say is don't sit there with regrets. Just open your eyes, look around, and what you might not have been thinking of, it might just be sitting there waiting for you. Maybe you just never thought, well, I could do that as well, because, you just have to give it a go, really. So, yeah, and maybe I'm lucky I was never really frightened to try something new, but sometimes you just have to, if you're presented with the reality, sorry, lady, there are no jobs in what you trained for, so that would be my thing. And as the book details, learn to throw off that baggage of regrets and whatever is there and you can do, make a go of it and be happy with that.
Wow. Okay.
That's very good. I'm soaking all of that in. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had so many failures. I could literally talk for hours about all that,
Well, I can relate very much. And I get it.
Yeah. So, okay.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yes, please do, Shirley.
Yeah.
I could say something else about failures and regret, because I always majored in art in school, and I wanted to go to college, to a particular college that I wanted to go to that had a great art program. And instead, in my senior year, I quit high school and got married the first time. And my mother let me do that. And then she told me that my art teacher had told her. Now, here I was almost an adult. The art teacher didn't come and tell me. She went and told my mother that I was going to get an art scholarship. Well, years and years it took me to get over blaming my mother that I didn't get to go to college, which wasn't true. This is another thing that people need to learn, is to take responsibility for their failures. I had choices. I made the wrong choices. My mother allowed them, and she had her reasons, and I understand now her reasons. She was always scared to death I was going to go out and get in trouble. Well, so I got married too young instead. But
me too.
I could have went to college if I would have made the correct choice. And I realized that it wasn't my mother's fault. I don't know why the teacher didn't enlighten me as to the fact I was going to get a scholarship, but nevertheless, I went ahead and got married instead, and then blamed my mother for half my life until I finally grew up emotionally and realized it wasn't her fault at all. It was mine. So when we are making mistakes, in order to learn from them, we need to take responsibility for them, realize who made the mistake, and how to not make the same mistakes in other situations. And don't blame other people. It's your own fault if you don't make a right decision.
And learn from it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Take ownership and learn from it. Yep. Wow. Whew. You know, I always notice at this time in the stream, you know, chat is flying, and then chat slows down because, and it's not because we're boring and everybody left. No, because people are sitting back and listening with their whole selves and absorbing it in. And just like I think some people in chat are feeling the same way that I'm feeling, which is like just this wonder and joy at how beautiful this is. Yeah, I mean, people are popping up in chat and going, absolutely, you know, so, and I feel from the very beginning when we did the PAX panel and Britta and I saw that incredible response and so many people saying, oh, this is like going to my grandmother's, or, oh, I needed to hear this, and oh, I miss my grandparents. And I knew that this channel was not going to be a gaming channel. People come to our live streams and they're going, oh, I thought you guys were going to be gaming. That's fun. That's nice. But this is so much more. But yet we're still gamers and we still love gaming and talking about it. But that's not, we've all lived full lives. So I guess I can share my story. The reason, now it's interesting that I brought up the idea of this before we go live. You know, we have a meeting every month and I tell them everything that's been going on in the channel, which, I mean, I've been telling them all throughout the entire month, but, you know, I kind of summarize things and, you know, give them an opportunity to respond and let me know what they think and all of that. And, you know, 99 times out of 100, their response is, wow, okay, great. Yeah, awesome. Like, yeah. So, but when I told him about this, you know, let's talk about our failures, you know, there was a kind of collective shocked Pikachu look. Because everybody was like, well, I don't want to talk about that. Who wants to bring that up? But I said, we're going to talk about it from the standpoint of what we learned from it and how we turned it around. And so this is my story. So, and I'm going to take down chat here. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this subject was because I have been, I guess to put it really honestly, the last time I felt the level of serendipity, joy, and wonder that I feel nowadays with the dames is when I met my husband. That's the last time I felt that. And it's, and as it was when I met him, I also feel that I'm seeing how what I went through earlier was not failures, but they led up to this, where I am now. Like when I met my husband, I looked back at my previous relationships, which were, to put a nice word to it, utter train wrecks. I mean, that's as nice as I can get. And how they led me to make decisions that ended up leaving, you know, a very happy marriage. Like, for example, I had relationships that were very disrespectful. And I made a decision after the end of those relationships. I was single for 2 years before I met my husband. And that was because I said, I will not connect with another man again until I am absolutely certain that he loves me. Period. Certain. Otherwise, if that man doesn't appear, then I will find peace in being alone and find a way to not ruin my life over being miserable about that, because I have no control over it. I've done everything I can do, and I will continue to do everything I can do. But now it's time to stop looking out there for him and start looking in here at me. Why did I choose these guys? Why did I do this stuff? So I did that for 2 years, and I'm so glad I did, because when my husband quite literally walked into my life, I was able to look at him and see immediately immediately that he was my yes. So the same thing with the dames. I have felt, quite honestly, like the Jessa channel is a failure. Now, I know that Shirley and I have talked about this for hours. I have cried on the phone to her more than once. But now I'm starting to see that the Jessa channel is not a failure at all. It is all of the teaching I needed in order so that when this miracle of these 3 women walked into my life and said, "Hello, Jessa," I was able to take it and run with it. For example, the dames were like, you know, I mentioned in the last stream, I was like, you know, we're gonna want to do some merch. This is gonna be kind of a cool thing. And Reka came forward and said, you know, she came she didn't just come and say, "I'd like to do that for you." She came with it already done. Here's the outline, here's ready to go. And I didn't have to spend hours upon hours researching what a mock-up is, researching the costs of mugs, researching how to do all that. I already knew because I'd already done it for the Jessa channel. But before, I felt like the Jessa channel was a failure because I sold some stuff and the Jessa channel store is still open. And, you know, someone occasionally comes in, but I was just like, I kind of expected like, you know, tons of merch sales and all this kind of stuff, you know. And so, but then when the dames came around, we were having a conversation and Merrie said, or maybe Britta said, "I can't envision the artwork on the mug." Like I was able to come up with a mock-up that showed the artwork on the mug like that, like within a couple minutes, because I already knew how to do it, because I already done it for the Jessa channel. So the Jessa channel was prepping me and continues to. I was able to know about where to find a great editor, how to hire him or her, how to work with them, because I've already done it. And yes, maybe the editors in the past, you know, didn't work out for whatever reason. I mean, one of them did, and several of them did. It's just that they go off and do other things. And my Jessa channel wasn't making enough money to pay them. So there again, I feel like failure. But it wasn't a failure. Now I can pay Cammie, and we were able to hit the ground running. We were working at a 100% clip within an hour after I hired her. I didn't have to spend all this time training her because she knew her business, I knew my business, and we were able to just go, "Hello, friend," boom, and we were together and a team and working from there on. So that's how I reframed my failures. And Shirley has said to me many times, and Shirley is, you know, I know a lot of you guys don't know Shirley really personally, you know her on YouTube, but I know her really personally. And I can tell you that she has said to me firmly, continuously, "You are not a failure." My husband has said to me firmly and continually, "There is nothing wrong with you." But it took my life experience for me to begin to let that sink in. I believed them, of course. They weren't lying, but I couldn't see it. So now, because of life experience, I allowed for miracles and they appeared, I can see it now. So when Merrie says, "Aren't you really are you sure you're okay with this? You're working so hard and, you know, you're doing all the work and all this stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, contraire, girl, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me." You know what I mean? Come on, baby girl. So
She's excited about it.
Oh my gosh, I love it because I'm able to take all of those failures and see them now working from everything I learned from aforementioned failure. Now that's my story. So we are now at, we've been live for about an hour and a half. We're going to take a few minutes of questions. And then I'm going to take a couple questions and we're going to move now to the Q&A section of our live stream. And as always, speaking on behalf of my fellow sisters, we are really happy that you join us here every month. we're super happy that Lila, it's a little Lila sighting. Yeah, baby girl, I see that's a baby girl in the background. She's just walking across the desk. But anyway, but share. This conversation isn't just between the four of us, you guys. Not just the 1, 2, 3, 4. It's between the four of us and you. So share with us, tweet us at the Grand Dames, send us an email, thedamesplaygames@gmail.com. Go over and meet us in Discord. Britta and Shirley and Britta and Merrie and I are there from time to time. And if you want to talk to, or you want to say something to Shirley, I'll let her know and she'll pop in and say hi. So that's basically how our Discord situation works out. And we're all happy with that. It works fine. So the only difference between us and you is that we've lived long enough and are still alive and here on this planet, thank God, to tell you what we've learned. And what we're still learning. That's it. That's the only difference. Besides that, we're not gurus or experts. We're just grandmas. Grandma gamers. So let me go over here and look for some questions as we bring our little stream to an end. We will be hanging out for a little while. I'll be there for quite a while because I'm feeling okay. And some of the other dames will be there to hang out and hear your stories. If you have something you want to share with us about your failure that you've turned to triumph, the after party is the place to tell us. The after party is about you, not about us. So let me see here. Discord, having a brain fart. Discord. So the mod team, I want to thank the mod team as I do every month. For being here with us. Our mod team lead is Valest. And who's the mod team lead for the Grand Dames. And some of the mods will be in the after party to make it a nice, safe, comfortable space, including muting people and who, just because of your background, not because of anything else. Not your background, your life background. I mean like the noise in the background. Just make that clear. And I can see that Deshi is already in the hangout area. She's like, I am so ready. So let's get some questions going. Well, here's a question from Ed. Ed said, how did the dames become friends? And we've kind of talked about this already, but I know there's lots of new people in the stream, but, I don't know, Shirley, you want to tell them how you met me and then Merrie, and then I'll tell the rest of it?
I've known you for so long, I almost forgot how we met. But I know that we've been at PAX game conventions together and been on panels at the conventions together.
Mm-hmm.
And we talk back and forth on the DM messages on Twitter, and we talk by phone, and we talk in Discord. And
yeah, we talk a lot.
We talk all the time.
Yeah, we do. And how'd you meet Merrie?
But I can't. And Merrie, I met at PAX convention also. We
talked on Twitter, and then through that we decided to do a panel together.
Yeah.
And then we met in person.
Finally, yeah.
Yes. And then we did it again with Jessa.
Uh-huh.
And now we're not getting rid of each other because we're stuck with each other forever.
Because we're stuck.
We're all stuck like glue.
Yeah, like glue. We really are, whether we like it or not, which I think we all really like it.
We like it. We like it.
But yeah, Britta didn't know what she was getting into.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were going to say, Shirley?
I can't wait for us to ever get to go to an actual real life gaming convention again. Maybe we'll do another panel again.
Oh God, yeah.
Now that we're like getting used to it, this new format and everything. It's
Yeah.
like it's going to be so easy and so great to do another panel.
Yeah.
The Grand
And
Dames panel. Yeah.
We're gonna have a real teapot. I'm gonna bring a flowered tablecloth.
Oh wow.
Like a like a lace
Cool.
tablecloth and real
Uh-huh.
flowers, and we'll each have our teapot, and before we start talking we'll all pour out, and I'll be like, 1 lump or 2? Would you like cream and sugar with your tea? We'll have cookies and everything. My gosh, that'd be awesome.
And we'll have to fly Britta in, and if
Yeah.
she can't actually make it, we'll just have to put her up on a screen.
We'll
where
put her
she's
on a
live
screen if she
still
can't.
with us.
Yeah, exactly. If she can't actually be there,
Yeah.
but that's one of the dreams that I have as the channel continues to grow, and what we use our Patreon money for are things like that, like flying Britta out of the nether regions where she lives all the way down there. She's like, screw that, you guys fly here.
I know. Maybe we should go visit her. That sounds
Exactly. Why are we sending her over here? Let's go there.
We should go there.
I won't fly that far because I couldn't stand to be on a plane for that long. My
I know,
arthritis
it'd
would
be-
be killing me.
The ideal thing is to meet in the middle. That's the thing. Yeah. Then we don't.
Hawaii.
In the middle of the
Oh,
ocean?
Hawaii. Okay, I could totally do Hawaii.
I've
Hawaii.
been to Hawaii.
Yeah, that's the
Yes,
middle between the two of
Hawaii's
us.
Yeah,
The
let's
Danes
for
go to
that.
Hawaii.
Yes,
Oh God, that's going to be epic.
yeah, I'd love that.
And then just to answer this question one more time for Britta, and then since these are all going to be clipped, one of the other reasons that we are going to be clipping from our live streams is because we don't want to answer the same question over and over again every month. So we're creating a question and answer playlist of clips of us answering some of the more popular questions we get asked, so that we can answer them just once and point you to that playlist. But Britta, would you tell them what it was like when I came to you, like how we met, from your viewpoint? Because I've told it from my viewpoint, but...
Yeah, well, I get a lot of messages on Twitter in particular, because that's sort of my home ground. And you have to remind me, I can't remember, did you first contact me via Reddit or via Twitter?
I think Twitter.
Yes, because Reddit, because I'm not a lot on Reddit, so messages might sit there for days and days on end, and I might not see them. So you probably realized if I want to get hold of this strange lady, I need to use Twitter. And and I think that's when you saw my, I've got a photo up in my profile there, pinned message. My pinned message has this photo of me with iconic pink hat.
Yes, which is now on a mug.
Yes, I never dreamed of that at the time. And I'm standing in our garden holding a dog. And you saw that, and you just wrote me a Twitter message saying, hello, lady with the pink hat. I like the look of you. Would you like to join us in a panel for PAX? And fortunately, I had heard of PAX before. It's a big name, obviously. And I thought, live streaming? I'd never done it before, you see. So I've just been sort of working away in my little sort of home knitting style on my channel and hadn't really ventured out into that kind of live streaming area. And I just looked around me and I looked at Poodle Pa and I said, this is one of those moments, got to jump in and try something new, swim or sink, whatever, give it a go. And I thought this Jessa lady sounded friendly and all right. I did, scooted over and quickly checked her out, her channel, etc., her Twitter presence. I know how to research stuff really fast. I'm really good at that. And I thought, she looks bona fide. And then, of course, the big draw card was she knew Shirley, and
I
Shirley
had
was
to
going to be
name
our
drop
panel.
my bestie
And-
in order to get
and
her
I
to give me
thought-
the time of day.
I thought Shirley is not gonna go on a panel where she doesn't know anybody and she doesn't feel comfortable. So I thought, if Shirley feels comfortable, then why am I hesitating? You know, even though I didn't really know Shirley personally at that stage, I certainly knew her channel. So
Really
we
famous.
started talking, and from there the ball just rolled. It just rolled, and there was a big avalanche, and it all happened. Boom.
Mhm.
And here we are.
Here we are.
That's how things can happen, just real fast, and suddenly you're in a different and new world, and you make new friends. You know, it take you know, seize the opportunity when it's there. Sometimes things go wrong, but a lot of the time you might find it opens up new horizons. Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know
that's
what
my
about that PAX podcast, getting us together to do a podcast. They had contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a panel by video, and I just didn't want to deal with it, and I told them no. So when Jessa got a hold of me and said that she was going to do that, and would I do that with you all, then I said yes for her, but I didn't say yes for PAX.
It's completely different doing it in a group. You know, there's just all the support, and it just feels totally different. Doing it, I think I would have retreated from doing anything like that on my own for the first time. But, you know, having the support and the friendship made all the difference. And that's how I got to know everybody via the original PAX panel.
Yeah, so there is your answer, the origin of the Grand Dames, and you can actually see that PAX panel on our channel. It is there. It is, will never be taken down. It's the birth of our little channel and our friendship and our sisterhood. So, so there's that question. Now I'm going to throw one more at us, and then we're going to end it for today. And I know you guys send us
a quick thing out?
Yeah, please.
Oh, I just wanted, as long as we're talking about PAX, I just wanted to say that they gave us a shout out on Twitter the other day.
They did.
And I don't know, it's for National Women's Month or whatever, but they did it on their own and tagged all of us. And like, to me, that was, means like they know who we are. And that's really cool. So
yeah, that was
I really enjoyed
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Valeste and Gail hitting it at once. Bam. Best team.
Yeah.
The Dames has the best team. You know, each of us brought something really that we needed to the table. And one of the things that I brought to the table was my team. We didn't have to go searching for them or anything. They were already ready, trained, ready to go. My team is the best in the business. They really are.
They are. They're good. Go team.
Yep. So, you guys get that 2 thumbs up from Britta? That's rare. Look at that. You got a coveted Britta 2 thumbs up. Wow. Yep. And the team members, by the way, Gail, Valeste, Angie, and Morgwin are in the team. And also, though I do love, I've said this before, I don't know if I've said it publicly, but I really like having an all-female team. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't accept a non-female person, a person who didn't identify as female, to our team if they were great. But I really love the idea of I'm standing there like this, and behind me is this team of women, all gamers, you know, just ready to just dive in there and just take care of it. So, yeah, and most of my team members have been with me. Everyone in the team now has been with me for a year. Cammy's the newest one, but yeah. And most of my team members have been with me for 3+ years since the very beginning of when I brought a team together. Anyway, so let's find another really good question. I understand that so many of you guys ask us questions and keep asking them. Eventually we'll get to all of them. Well, maybe before we shuffle off this mortal coil in 50 years or whatever. But anyway, so here's one. This is from Ranny Runs Fast. Ranny, are you still here? I see a lot of new names in chat as well too. A lot of you guys I recognize. There's Karen in there. I recognize Guppy, Emma. I see you. Siva, I noticed, was in here earlier. A lot of patrons are in here. We also have patrons coming in. We have had 3 new patrons come in today. That's wonderful. But here's one from Ranny Runs Fast. What other young people things, put that in quotes, do you do aside from gaming? Like, things that people go, oh, you're still doing that? You're too old for that. Anybody do anything that's like considered young people stuff?
Oh, gosh. I do a lot of stuff. I don't know how much of it's considered young people. Well, I travel a lot when traveling is okay. It depends on where we go and what we do. I've zip-lined. I've
zip-lined?
I have.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know that I'll ever do it again because I killed my arms, but I did it. And I usually will try things, I've parasailed.
Oh my gosh.
I would jet ski. I would ride 4-wheelers or, and one little thing, I don't do it, but I might do it again someday is, I have a motorcycle endorsement on my driver's license. So I took the class, I got trained, and I got it on my license. So I have driven them in the past, but I just haven't done it like in the last 10 years.
Oh my goodness, you guys. So we're going to Hawaii. Merrie is going to go ziplining. There's no way I'm going. I'm not going ziplining. But
wait, we're doing it as a group. 4-wheelers, horses, come on.
Here's what I can do.
On the beach.
On the beach I might, if it's not too high up. But do you really, do you guys really want to see 4 women of indeterminate age in our little granny swimsuits?
In our bathing suits? And...
Oh, no.
With my cellulite flapping in the wind?
But everybody has it.
Do you want to see that coming in over your head as you're trying to enjoy a nice beach walk? And you look up and there's my cellulite thighs screaming with my ruffled bathing suit.
That smile on your face as you're like, this is great.
Britta right behind me. I'm like, come on, Britta. Britta's got to tie her pink hat on. Oh my god. Oh my god.
All I can say is bungee jump.
Oh, what did you say, Britta? What'd you say, Britta?
I said bungee jump.
Oh,
that's a big thing here in New Zealand. They invented bungee jumping.
Yeah, I have to think hard about that one.
That looks terrifying.
A lot of people do. There's this famous American broadcaster. He has this show. Poodle would remember his name. I can't right now. He had a trip to New Zealand and did a lot of shows covering New Zealand, and he famously took the leap bungee jumping, even though he was frightened to death. So it's a big thing here. And no, I haven't done it, and I don't have any particular plan. Sorry?
A.J. Hackett.
Yes, A.J. Hackett. And yeah, so, but that would be something people do, and you can use what we call a flying fox, to a lot of theme parks and that have them, so you can do a quick whiz on a flying fox over a ravine. Those are all traditional things. The outdoors is, of course, big in New Zealand, just like in the United States, I imagine. So there's lots of activities around there that young people will pursue. And I've sort of quietly retired from most of those, yes. Might have something to do with my age.
So here's a straight up question for Shirley. Hey, hey Shirley. Hey Pumpkin. So she knows me. She knows. So Shirley, so would you go bungee jumping or zip lining?
I might zip line, but I wouldn't go bungee jumping. Whenever I see anybody do that, the only thing I can think of is it's going to break. It's going to break. They're going to go splat. No, I wouldn't do that.
Mm-mm. I agree. No, but like, what if you had like a really fetching bikini? Like a
insane.
Like really fetching. And very, very slimming. It was a magical bikini. And it was...
It'd have to be.
It would have to be imbued with some serious magic.
I wouldn't even wear a swimsuit from way back when, 1920s or 30s. You know how they made that. No, I wouldn't even wear that.
So we're going to leave you with this thought. I'd like you to picture the 4 grand dames in 4 magic bikinis that push us in and pull us out in just the right places. They're very, very magic. Done by the highest warlock in the land. And we are zip lining over your heads as you sun on a secluded Hawaiian beach. You look up and see 4 ladies of indeterminate age. One of them whose fro is like laid back in the wind. One of them with her hat, pink hat tied on. The other one with a magic cowboy hat that stays on no matter what. We don't know how. And the other one just Shirley just yelling, "Bonsai!" In our magic
You're going to give everybody nightmares.
Luckily, you don't need bikinis to do it. So
Thank goodness.
A nice pair of slacks and a shirt are just fine.
They're like totally shutting me down on this vision. They're just like, no.
Yeah.
So a call out to an artist.
Of my onesies and yeah.
A call out to an artist who can draw us zip lining in magic bikinis with our different hats. That's going on.
If you get anything like that, I won't come to Grand Dames anymore.
She's gonna be I'll be like, hey, you guys, look at our new artwork, and she'll be like, I quit.
Right.
Oh shoot. Okay, so Hawaii vacation, here we come. But yeah, we will. I'm gonna take us out here, and whoo, Lord, that was good. That was good. As usual, every month you guys nail it. The dames are.
It is such a beautiful vision, though.
I think us in inner tubes floating down a lazy river is
there.
Probably
You go.
More what we'll be doing.
That.
Oh, I want to do inner tubing. That would be awesome. I want to have like inner tube with like a cup holder on it, so I can like be sipping my lemonade.
That's probably more speed our pina coladas and our
yeah. Hey Reka, can you draw us in 4 inner tubes, please?
Oh man.
That will cause Shirley not to quit. All right.
Not
so anyway,
no.
I'm gonna put myself on screen so that I can say to you guys that I am. Oh, we went a little long this today, so I can say to you that I am so glad that you joined us again this month for the Dames, and you can see there Cammie's beautiful thing. Give us a like down below if you would like. You can also join us on Patreon right here, right there. Feel free to subscribe to the youtube.com/the Grand Dames. Or also, what's the final one? Oh yeah, by the way, the final one is thank you. I'm going to take you out to our outro, which is showcasing the finest arts and crafts and creativity and pets of our community. If you want to join us at patreon.com/the Grand Dames. We will be in a little after party and hanging out, listening to your stories. And we'll see you there. Thank you, as always, for watching.